say, "Istungon jokhaya de gaga." You know, that's what's asked. So saying, "Did y'all make it through the night okay?" And even after, during the funeral, they would say, "Tungon, istobotacha, istobotacha, istungon, kuboreyacha." They would say that, kuboreyacha. They're saying, "Did y'all make it through that okay?" You know, that was one of the things that we had different ways of speaking, and that's what I'm teaching y'all. We're gonna go through this. Like Dimbi and Adakhagi. Dimbi is standing next to something, but Adakhagi means standing beside something. Same thing. And so we're gonna learn stuff like this because it's the way we speak. And so let's go through here. And this one is, I always forget them. Istungon jokhayarega ga. That's for more than one person. More than one person, because, you know, we don't just have one person. We don't just talk to one person all the time. We talk to different, we talk more than one, you know. So here's the greetings. Istungo, without problem. You know, a lot of people say it's Ishj, but I never really hardly use that. I just said it's Dongo. And I didn't even use is. I would say Dongo. And I have the person that we was talking to the other day, she's with us again, and she just wanted to sit in. Says everything's the same. Imungosha. And I can come up to her and I say, Imungosha. See, there you go. There she answered right here. Imungos, right here. So, and you say year round okay. Istungon, aslaga. They don't use these anymore. They don't use these phrases anymore.
They just go by the basic.
Yeah. I don't basic what they've been taught.
Like just history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nagichihojifkadi. But we don't never say Nagichihojifkadi.
We just ask that when somebody asks you a
Yeah.
question or something.
Yeah. Or istedoncha. They would say istedoncha.
Mhm.
Who are you, instead of saying Nagichihojifkadi. This Nagichihojifkadi, what is your name? But istedoncha say, who are you?
Mhm.
And I don't know which one's better, you know. So this is your response. You would say, Istungo. Dongo dos. Imongosha. Imongos. Hear the tone? Imongos. Everything is the same. Stungon athaga. You would say, Stungesos. Stungesos. Hear that tone? Because language, remember, has tone, because our language is sounds. Each one of these sounds, you can break these up. Bal, wa. Tungon, bo, ga. That's all in that sound paper I was teaching. You just have to break it up. Right here, abawa, tungon, bo, aboga. The rest living with no problems. Okay, this is in the family. Abalwa, in the house. Okay, in the house. But if you say abaldagi dungon aboga, that could be the church family, the grounds, even in your small town. Abaldagi dungon aboga, the rest living with no problems. So see, abaldagi is two or more people. Jinakta, you would always say, how about yours? Jinakta. How dungon for la? Jinakta. Dungon aboga. So see, this is how we actually speak, guys. This is how we actually speak. Okay. Yesterday we started tones. Tones are important because that can change the meaning of a word. Okay. There's the long sounds and the short sounds. Like nagi, thing. Nagi, what? Hear the tone, nagi. Thing, nagi. Oh, somebody tried to get in and I missed it. If y'all Come back on, I'll try to get you in. Consonants has to be doubled, then held longer. Okay, look here, ido is tree. But when you get two consonants like this, you gotta pronounce both of them. But sometimes you can't hear it, you feel it in your mouth because the language is very prominent in the mouth. You may not, okay, right here, for instance, chito, chito. You don't hear that first D right here because you feel it in your mouth. Your tongue is on top of your palate behind your front teeth.
The only thing you hear is CE.
But you can feel it. So pay attention to where your mouth, where your tongue is, how your air coming down to your sides of your cheeks, everything because it's prominent. Okay. Pudgy, tail. Pudgy, stream. Look here. Okay, here we go again. This is laksa, hoof. Fakolaksa or ijolaksa. That's a horse hoof or a deer hoof, anything with a hoof. You can, but you have to put the animal there to identify it. Okay, but if you say laksa, laksa, that's a liar. You know, so if you say Mesti laksados, hear that? He's a liar. But you can't say Mesti laksados. You can't say he's a hoof. And you can't say Fakolaksados. You can say that, but you can't say Fakolaksados. That horse is a liar. You can't say that, but see the two? But look at them, they're spelled just the same. Just the same. Faga is vine. Faga is heading.
Faga is a
Vine. Vine. Like idofaga. You know, idofaga. Like a vine on a tree. That's what that is. Faga. And faga is going hunting. Ito, faga, fayes. See? Haji is tail. Go ahead and come through. And Hachi is river. Haji is drunk. Here's a good one. This is what I like. Ili is his or her foot. Ili is dead. Ili is a leg. Ili is dead. So you say, Ili inokidos. Somebody's foot is hurt or leg is hurting. But you can say, Chufi ilidos. But it's spelled the same. It's just sounds.
Really, I didn't.
The tones.
My sounds are behind what you do.
Yeah. So see, that's how, yeah. Well, I didn't know them either. And this took a lot of studying for me. And I'm in the same place y'all are, guys. I'm in the same place because I knew how to speak. I think.
I know we know how to speak, but I didn't know the sounds.
Yeah, I didn't know sounds and stuff like that. You know, so we say like ihi, a husband or her husband. But if you say ihi, it's yes, but it's spelled the same. It's just that tone. You drag it out. Ihi. But ihi is husband. See how tones is bad. It's tone, situation, environment has everything to do with the language.
All spelled the same.
It's all spelled the same. Nagi is thing. Nagi is what? That's hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but you have to know the difference
When you're speaking.
It'll come naturally when you're speaking, but when you're just reading it like this, I think it's hard. So Nagi is thing. Nagi is what?
So I would come up to you and say, Nagin Giaja. So that I'm asking
What?
where you are.
But Nagi did.
Yeah.
That's like, what is that or whatever, you know? Okay. This one I had trouble with yesterday. He's looking at it. He just But here is he sees it. He G's. It's this language. That's how intelligent this language is, though. This language is very intelligent. And I can't get enough of this language to a point because I feel like there's so much more to learn. And remember, I said I'm not a master at it. I'm still learning too. Now that I know, I'm still learning. And so right here, or ah. Duffel is grasshopper. What do y'all hear? Short or long? Duffel.
Short. No long. No.
Short. Duffel.
Yeah, short.
Hear that? But here, Adami.
That's long.
Long. And that's how it's pronounced, though. Adami. Instead of, if you had Duffel, that wouldn't be right with a long ah. But and if you said Adami, it's got to, you can't do that. See those sounds? They make a difference, guys. And I thought this time I'm gonna teach y'all tones and stuff. Coffee. We didn't have coffee. We didn't have coffee back in the old country, our old homelands. When we had Wajina Ahwan, that's when we knew it. Wajina is Europeans. So when they came, we didn't know what to call it, so we had to creeplish it. Coffee. Coffee. And then ayo. Those are, see how that goes? Loja, turtle. Yanasa, buffalo. Jaboja is my grandfather because of the fact. Now listen, ja is possessive, isn't it? Remember? Possessive pronoun, ja. That means mine that you can't transfer, okay? Jaboja, my grandfather. Saga, apple. Gaba, coat. Pagana, peach. Waga, cow. Halbada, alligator. See how those sounds can change? And it can mean different things. So this is what we're learning right now. I or E. Do the same for short or E held longer. Ijo. Hear that? Ijo is deer. But look here. Igana. You can't say Ijo. You have to say Ijo, and that's a short sound. You can't say, and right here, Igana. That's a long, but if you said Igana, you can't say it that way. So see how these changes things? Tone has everything to do with language. Sounds, we speak in sounds. That's why we have short and long ways of talking. Heart, biggie, iga. Hear that? I and E, biggie, I. So right here, figgy is heart, iga is his or her head. But if we put a short one in here, we'd be like picky. That ain't right. So we can say iga. That ain't right. We have to see how these tones comes in. Tones has everything to do with language. His or her. His or her. His or her. Iwanwa. Wagabisi, milk. Abisi, fat. Miski, summer. Okay, here we go. Use the right diphthong. Diphthong.
Dek buna gastu magagide Iwanwa.
Iwanwa is his or her sister.
Sister. Okay. All right. Because that's one thing I have never really, there's some I know, like Boa and Jitskoti and Jaboti and things like that. I know those. But when it comes to cousins and brothers and sisters, I don't know those.
Well, you know, there's different words for like Ijosi, Isaha, and you know, but I
Brother? Is that brother?
one is like brother of a sister, sister of a sister, brother, but I never use it. I just go with like Isaha or Iwanwa. Like my brother, I say Chataha. Whether he's younger or older than me, I just say it that way because we don't do that. And see, that's formal. Remember, there's formal and the way we actually speak in our world. There's a difference. There is a difference because you know there's formal, but we don't speak like istungo. We don't say istungo. We say stungo in our world. We got another speaker here, guys. That's good. So see, we don't do that. We don't speak in our world. We don't speak formal, but it's understood among speakers what they're talking about. Okay.
Mvhayv. The reason I ask is like when my sister and my brother passed away, so when I got up to speak about my brother and my sister, I had to ask them, how am I going to say that then? And they said, "Dito, don't you go?" And I said, But so I made my speech and about my brother and sister in Mvskoke, and after that, then I just explained a little bit about what I said in English for those that couldn't understand what I was saying. But my uncles preferred that I spoke like a eulogy in our language, and so that's why I was asking.
Yeah. So see, that's so we don't speak like that. And you said, remember when I told you we're going to start this class the way we speak in our world, not formal. Yeah, formal is no one speaks to teach it. Yeah, and to teach it, it is hard, So, okay, we got chat here. What is it? Do you distinguish between half sister and brother? In-law, brother-in-law, or just brother? Sister, half sister is ahagi. Jadushi ahagi don't know. Yeah, Jadushi ahagi. That's what that is called. And brother-in-law is son-in-law is in Jogwaki. But brother-in-law is, you know what? That's a good. I gotta look that up. I ain't never heard about. Always they describe them like my sister's husband. Yeah, descriptive. Instead of naming them, they just said, my sister. They said Jadoshi Ihidor. They didn't say brother-in-law. They just said my sister's husband. So that's how they said that. Does that answer your question, Amy? They said my sister's husband or my brother's wife. That's how they said it.
Mado.
So, and then brother-in-law, I don't even know I'm sure we do. I'm sure I haven't never heard it. They just okay. Use the right diphthong. Hobuiwa. That's that U in there that you get. Okay. Okay, Laverne, what do you need?
I'm looking at Igana, and then in my dictionary, in the English and Mvskoke dictionary, there's in Hawaiian we call it the glottal, the okina, that little that little thing up there.
Uh-huh.
Can you talk a little bit about that? What that, does that stress the V, the iga?
Igana.
Huh?
Uh-huh. It
So it's
stresses the
stress.
gut and that. Yeah.
Oh,
Igana.
okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I like that.
Igana. Yeah. It stresses that. Igana. Igana.
Igana.
Uh-huh.
Igana.
So see, okay. This is hard. This was the hardest thing for me to do was diphthong. The oo and the e. Hobiwa. Hobiwa. That was hard. I had the hardest time spelling it. I had the hardest time reading it. And that's the oo and e. Window, ahogozi. That's ah and oo, au. How you get that? I don't know, guys. Uh-huh, Dakhitska, but they call it, and we call it Dakhitskoji. That's like a little window, but here it had ahogozi for window. And ahogozi means a little door, you know. But we always called it Dakhitska, so me and you knew the same way. And some people call it a little door. Logi, that's a ah and a oo. How you pronounce that? I've always tried to get this because it's logi. Logi. It's, we say logi or logi. Can you hear that ah and oo?
Logi.
I hear oh,
but I don't hear the U. Logi.
logi.
I just hear the O.
See, that's what I hear. And that's hard. I just have to look in dictionary for that, you know, because I don't know how they got that. But, and I'm still trying to figure out how that came in, but I don't know. So there's something I don't know. There's about 10, 15 things I don't know right there. Okay. Look here. Look at
Oh,
all these sounds here. These are words now. We're not gonna do, these are words. Look here. Here you go. Look here. Ahoge.
ahogi.
Ahoge. It's got a, he, a, uki, e. A, he, a, uki, e. Ahoge.
Dang.
See, that confuses me to no end. And I have sat there and wrote it, spelled it, said it. I still can't get it, okay? A, he, a, u, ki, e. A, he, a. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Something's starting to flash. That light, little light's coming on. Oh. No, it didn't. Mudhole. Akhogi. Akhogi. Okay, here, akhogi. So that ha is long. Akhogi. But when I try to say it, it's not right. Because we say akhogi. That's, now remember, ak is down below, okay? Inside like a ground, okay? Is in the ground. Ok is on top of something. Okay, so akhogi is like a hole in the ground. Ok hombida is top of it. So ok and ak, okay? Distinguish that, the sound ok and ak. Akhasi, oh, aksufki is a hole. It's down below, isn't it? It's a hole in the ground. Aksufki, so it's down below. Akhasi is a pond. It's in the ground, isn't it? So that's where that ak comes in.
The up, is that the VK up?
Up, right here, up. And that means below.
Below?
But when you go up, it's on top. Okay. Chabufa is a field. Look at all these words. Chafi, chafikni, chafikni. What else? Chaga. You don't hear the he here, but that now remember, there's no solid sounds. But right here, chump, you hear that. Right here, chump, chaga, chump. You go. You can hardly feel it, but it's there. Okay. Chibani, a boy. Now this is a gender. Chibani is a gender. Chibani is like a name. But when you say he is male boy, younger, you say Chibani. That's a gender. Okay, male boy. A bridal, chukshaka. Chukshaka. Angry, chabaki. That's short, chabaki. Chabaki. Ridge, chanaksi. What I'm short, look at all these sounds here. Look at, these are 2 and 3 letter sounds just broke down. This is how you enunciate, guys. Break your sounds down into 2 and 3 letter sounds. And even single sounds, and you will get your enunciation right. This is where pronouncing comes in. Okay. So this is something that I always stress. It's stemmat. Remember, look at the tone. Who? You don't go up to somebody and say stemmat. You don't go to somebody and say stemmat. It's stemmat. You gotta say it's stemmat because you don't go in English and say who. You say who, don't you? Who? Same way. It's stemmat. That's all it is, guys. And listen to tones. See these tones? These tones have everything to do with all this. Because you don't go up to somebody and say who. Even in English. You say who. But in Cree, in Mvskoke, you don't go up to somebody and say stemmat. You say it's stemmat. That's where your tones are coming in, guys. This is where your tones are coming in. Remember your tones. Study your tones. Okay. Let's see. What else is here? Let me try something here. Let's see. Okay, look here. Honanwa is a man. Jibani is a boy. Jibani is a little male boy. Honanwa is a male man. Gender. Okay? Gender. Y'all learning some things just using these sounds. But this is what this is for. Y'all's learning new words, how to use it. Okay? Right here, Honanwa is a gender for man. Chibani is a gender for a boy, but it's gender, male, male boy, male man. Male man. So this is where, see, a lot of these are even these words, these are good words, guys. Hidodi. Hidodi is snow, ice, or frost. Hidodi can be ice that you get out of your ice maker. Hidodi is just, you're saying, go buy ice. Hidodi. But we can say, it's snowing outside. It's where situation and environment changes the meaning. Okay. So tones, situation, environment has everything to do with this language. Situation, environment. Situation, environment. Okay. Look here. Here's another one. Malumha. Button. Malumha is a button for your clothes. But look here. Malega, a patch for your clothing. My brother, he used to wear his pants out on the knees. And that's because he played in the dirt. In my generation, my brother's generation, they played in the dirt. So he always had malega, toskua malegi and saucy dumas. Toskua is knee, malegi. It was patched up. Artidumas, he went around with patches on his knees. Okay, but right here, malumha button. That's a descriptive word. Malumha means it's laying on something. So when you got a button, it's laying on your shirt. Look how, oh man, this language, this thing has just got me so, this is why I'm so interested in language. This is what makes me so, what do you call it, passionate about it and wanting to learn more. Because I'm even learning with you, just explaining it. I'm learning it with you. I'm learning that, gosh, look at this, you know. Okay, look here. Hokdoji is a little girl. That's also a gender. Hokdoji, it's a little girl, but it's also a gender. Hokdi is a gender, but a woman. Or maybe a teenager. Hoktali is an elder, but they're all genders. Look at that. This is so, and I hope y'all's writing this down, because y'all may have to remind me. It's just coming to me.
It's coming to me too, Mahaya,
Good job.
after 2 years.
You know what? It took us a lifetime. And we still not masters at it. You can tell by what I'm going through right here, what y'all seeing it. When I say I'm not a master, that's it. I'm not a master, and I'm just learning how to love shit. Okay. And see, I'm in the same position you were. So remember when I said don't feel intimidated?
Mhm.
This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, here we go. Where was I at? Hoktuji. Okay, Hoktuji is a gender little girl, right? Hokti is a gender teenager woman. Hoktali is an elder. It's so interesting. Okay. Look here, to beat corn is hojida. And that's when you got that pestle and you're beating it on that kijo. Kijo. I don't know what you call it.
It's like a tree, but it's got the hole in the
Yeah.
middle.
They put their corn in there and they use this and beat it. But to beat somebody, to hit something and beat nafkida. Nafkida. There you go. Okay. Right here. Global around it to me is boloksi. Round boloksi. It says nogufti. This is nogufti, a fist. A fist. So let's not let that ruin you now. Nogufti is a fist. Global around it is boloksi. Okay.
Mahaya, explain something to me. On Hayaya schedule. When you use that term, buluksi, okay, I understand that, but tell me, how does pologi?
Bologi
Uh-huh.
or something long. Bolo, you would say bologi is same thing rounded, but it's something with leaf.
Okay, because I never understood that, and 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 we didn't always ask questions either when we were young or little. And so I often, because that was our let's see, my let's see, my great grandfather, man, who did do very much. And on the census roll they took in Alabama, he's listed like that, Tom Pologi. And so, and I'm wondering if it's his sister or, his wife. But she was listed right below him with the same name.
I've heard that name before. Okay, so rounded no, round is Biloxi, Nogufti is a fist, rounded is Bologi. So you'd say,
Okay.
You would say like if let me see if I can find. Okay, you would say like Igana Boluxidos. The ground, the world is round. Okay. Ingi Noguftidos. The hand is in a fist. Yeah. Bologidos, because it's long. Bologidos. See, it's rounded. It's a round thing. Does that make sense? Okay. So see, that's how there's that difference. And I'm glad you asked that because I never thought about bologi. And long way back, and I don't know, my husband still talks about it. But that bologna, they were round bolognas about this long. And my grandma used to call it bologna. Bologoshan. Yeah, but she didn't say bologoshan. She said bologoshan. The rounded one. And
so it's kind of also like saying cylinder, like a cylinder.
Yeah, that was very cylinder, like a cylinder. Yeah,
or a beef jerky.
Yeah, there you go. So see, anything that's got length, I guess that's what we call below. And that's see, this language is getting hot here now. I'm learning how to explain things I never thought about. Okay, so see, things like this. Look at this. It's I'm just, remember, gajida? Gajida is something long too. And you break it like this. Gajida. But to break a glass is hobaneda. Hobaneda. You can't gaji a glass. You can break a glass. So there's that difference. Look at this. Boy, this language it's intelligent now. It's getting a little smarter than me. And I speak it. And the thing is this. Who's sitting here with me knows how to use these naturally.
But you don't get to know that. Yeah, you just can't say gaja.
You can say make it a gajas. You can make it a command gajas. Ma ido gajas, ido lamhi gajas. Like break that tree limb. So see, that's why this language, y'all learning so much as well as I am today. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We never stop learning. And this is why I have this interest in language. But I'm gonna tell you something in Mvskoke, and that my mother told me way back. And I'm gonna tell it in the language, and I'm gonna try to translate it if I can. Last night me and my husband was talking about the language, and he said, he said, "What's your feeling about this language?" He said, "You teach it every day," and he said, And he said, you know, I can't speak. And he said, how do you feel about that? And I said, you know, give me a minute here. And we were in a car. We were in a car and we was going down the road and I just started talking. And I was talking to him in Mvskoke and I knew he couldn't understand me, but that was the only way I could say it. And I said, yeah, you know, Mitchell, I said, yeah, bonaga, bonahoya. I said, ajagidos. I said, this language is priceless. And I said, yeah, bonaga, istimi, yeah, even adidos. I said, it suffered to get here. And I said, oh, yeah. Bonahoye bidaya chimo. I said, I said, you know, we should be talking. And I said, and even you. And I said, Chada abati, yeah, I said, this language had blood with it.
That's right.
And I said, you know, ma hasosha bogadi. I said, Shala pachos, I said, you know, the people that way back that lived in the East, they probably spoke it with pride.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, Wajinat Akwit, when we had European contact, Omishit. Yeah, it's the shungin. I said, the people that spoke it was killed. And I said, yeah, we or and I said, yeah, Igana Awiyat. I said, for me that bleach to we I said, when we got to this new land, I said, we killed it ourselves. We killed the language ourselves. And he said, that's bad, Becky. He said, that makes me feel bad. And I said, you know, I said, Nagi, I said, I said, they were so proud to speak that language because it was theirs, but I said, it was humble on that trail. Because I said, they didn't know. I said, they didn't know whether it was going to make it. They probably had to beg for their life to break it, this land. I said, Moyin Sawadiduat. I said, I wait till we. I said, our people brought it that way, but we threw it away. We sure did. And I said, next to me, we got it because we live in fear. And I said, Joga Hiskanato for you. I said, Puna Yagi Bosho, Nafkidiga for you. I said, you know, they picked up our kids and sent them to boarding school, and I said, they probably got beat when they spoke it. I said, Yabunaga Ajadi do it. Nagi, Sakubanga do. I said, this language is not, is priceless. You can't play with it. You shouldn't play with it. And you
Mahaya,
know,
my noggin gets got diagnosis. Mamundo, Saboja Daddy, Jiviki, oh, to see. Una de watches. Jihosat. Bonayet. After Hansis. Sagati Mado. Osteatosin. Odejan. Sungi to a modest. What? Nagan Market. Amonayadi. Tahosigo those. Una de watches Sagati to a much. Jihosat. Sagati. Nagan Market. Nagan is dead. Maga is 2 West. get that God. Stigari don't siga. Bonadu watch us tagati do much. Mamondo. Andik Chino. Oh. I get that. Some of the time I get that. I know what. Andik Chino do I said. Managan. Amonaya Kadi. Sabusi Sabagan. She must go get don't siga. She was such tagati do much. Mamondo. Bujaneta. Bonayat. America no one. Bonayat don't know what. Because his argument machine in Bonayat no one. No. Mvskoke and me go sabe don't those. But not markets are dying or get just. No one don't suppose it. Man. Ibo Jaman. Ada di donga. Mo man. Mona hoya di donga man. Ma'am, Ibo Jam. But, yung lagi do much suppose it on. Mamondo not soging. Get it over my one. And not soging. More hand don't just get it. Tagati do my suppose him. Moving. Nak. Inoka get. Ma. Igana. What the markets at? Man, not the mother again. You know, I'm an idol, my so on. And Jabosi man, a bossing up mark to what? Solid hour get. And you want to that set. Or set shit. Showery don't those market. I'm an idol, but when I get that, I don't. Mamondo, how you in Mvskoke do it? Chahosi go die, don't know. Mamondo, Chanahotoke, Umalgan, Sunga gate and the west, and when I argue man west, Sunga gate and the west, and Chahosi got Hayon, you know, Jibaga, Bunaya Tayati don't know. And you?
Yeah. Chimbonaya. You know, she just said that, you know, her grandpa, she said, what I'm saying is right, because her grandpa told her that and said soldiers came in, moved them out. You know, and she said her grandpa told her never to forget the language and keep speaking it. You know, this language been through a lot. It went through the same thing our people did. And you know, and I also told my husband, I said, yeah, Ishti Bashatkadi, Nini Okshabagret Bashatkadi. Konagashabi, I said, the people that stood on this trail took that language with them. And I said, Bonaya, I said, I'm happy that I speak. And I said, I said, there's just very few of us. And I said, Nugget, I said, we don't know what's going to happen, but whatever is going to happen, it will happen. And I said, and he just sat there, you know, he listened intently, even though it was in Mvskoke. And then, of course, I translated it for him, and he said, my family should have taught. He said, I get angry sometimes because he said they didn't teach me. And he said, but he said, when I'm around you, he said, I pick up words here and there, phrases. And he said, you have Mvskoke, Becky. He knew that word, Mvskoke. He said, for your language. He said, for who you are. And he said, you have Mvskoke to teach me, teach our grandkids. he said, did I say that right? He said, I know get you. And I said, yeah, he did. And he said, you know, he said, Becky, he said, what's gonna happen when you go?
He's taking it.
But I'll take it with me if I don't leave it. Okay, somebody raise their hand. What is that? I can't really see that when you raise your hand. If you put it on chat, I think I can answer you. But you know, that's why I'm teaching y'all guys. I don't get that.
Nakmageran chayachtos.
Oh, I know. All right, go ahead.
Tungo folacha chahojifkat sudi dos onga Eve Billy chahojifkados. Man stijadi monaga that chaboa man cha my family mo amahaidos man nakamoga magatska githagados toes and najos in githados man nakajuknes in magadan chayachtos
Okay.
mado nak hokolatska nak nagin magatska man githayat chin githquidred chayachtos man hofonegon estoji pun hitchgiroanks pun estojirat net Bali hokolen chinabagin imajogados hayawat man netta sidirayan nak hiskoji hayatska imabo hechtuis man pombonagadat githaran githaran poyachtos ma punistujirat
Bado.
mado
Slobedosin bonado.
Slobedosin. Iaskosin bonado.
nak magidan chabingalidos
Ingaligot. Ingaligot. Bonado Hansi. Don't be scared to speak. She said that she's okay. With all the rest of you, there's another hope that just added to this class. Another hope. Just hope is getting bigger and bigger with this class. That hope, and she just added to it. So see, she said that she's learning. She did good. Did you hear her? Yeah. Speak it with, be proud to speak it. Proud and loud. Don't be afraid to speak it because you know what? At your age, there's that hope.
I'm proud of her.
Yeah, we're proud of you because you're gonna be the next one that's far with Laverne, all you, Renee, all you that's in here. Yeah.
We got much more time.
That's what she said. She said, we're getting old. And with y'all in this class, you have to carry this on. Or it's gonna die just like it did on that trail. We're on another trail. We're on that trail of tears, but with language. Do you go to city? Do you go to church?
mongo
But
I mean, what I would do. In your head, somebody goes up, but you go,
yeah,
did. But I am not teaching your head, moving in my handwork. That's why I don't like to go to church very much. Indian church, I want to hear the Indian.
she said that when she goes to church, even the hymns are disappearing. Said they'll sing one song and then the rest is English. And that's not normal. That's not normal for our people. English is not normal for our people. And that's the thing, and that's what two boys told me the other day. We had a meeting with them. They said, we're trying to make Mvskoke normal. And that was normal for us, but it's not anymore. It's not normal. So this hope you guys are giving me, all you guys in class, that's giving me hope. It's what it is, hope. For this tribe, for this nation, for this, for our people. I told you, I hold high respect for you guys. I hold high respect.
Hadam, nagi idena ita hanyoyin bonaho yat. That's one thing I really feel sorry for those that were not taught when they were young, because when we learn to speak, when we did, we understand it's not just saying words. You know, it's like I have learned how to speak and write Spanish, but I don't get the jokes. I don't get the humor behind some of what they're saying. But it's same thing with us. Because we have learned it since we were a child, we have, we know when there's a joke in what's being said, and we can laugh. And I saw that in that Dawes Commission movie that, or play that my Uncle Jack was a part of. And those of us that were fluent were sitting up there laughing about the jokes they were telling as a part of, you know, the story. And some of those that are just learning the language, and they were reading the captions, and they said, well, what was so funny about that? But it's the culture and the humor that we know behind it. And that's why I feel so sorry for those that, you know, are just learning the language and don't know, you know, just like one time, this friend of mine, he was wondering how I was going to go to North Carolina. And I told him, Damkahan Doash. And so he turned around and there was some other Creek sitting there, and he says, woo, don't get a githy those. And they laughed, and my kids say the same thing though. They say, well, Mom, what's funny about that? Because they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they've heard the language, they know a lot of it, but they don't understand all the culture and the humor behind our language also. And I really, you know, that's just something that is within us, because we've learned it from day one. And so anyway, but I just want to say that you know, just like Sudi is saying, she wants to learn it, she wants to use it. And now finally, my family, they're starting to, even though it's been, you know, they've been around it, they didn't use it. And one of them said, well, we were speaking Creek till we met white people. And but now I think they're trying to get back to it, and they're working on it. And the grandchildren now, they're coming along and they want to know things. So I have kept books so that at least they're going to be able to speak the language, and they're going to be able to read it. But I know that it's going to be, you know, hard for them to understand the culture and the humor behind it. And I just want to say, Maro, Sudi, next to
And everybody here, you know, that's gonna be y'all's, this is what's gonna carry it on. Everybody. So, you know, Ella, we're just naturally, and you know, you're talking about humor. we're naturally humorous people. We laugh at each other. And we'll say things to one another that's funny. And we just talk like that. And maybe that's what got us through a lot of rough times was humor. You know, getting us through things. And doing all this, you know, just to get through life. Just get through life. But anyway, Hasiskiska. Remember, we went through telling time. Hasiskiska, Hamgat, or Thebe. Hasiskisko de Pokola. We are Nibiga. Boxing Jihitagahe. Boxing Jihitaget. Hadam Jimahaya. We're going to go through telling time now. We didn't have time today, but we're going to. We're going to take that time and do time tomorrow. So, media hits. Oh, I know. Jihitagahe. Mado, everybody. Suna. Keep it up.
Mado.
Keep it up.
Hello.
Everybody.
Hello.
So,
Madam, Punayade, so on.
Oh my God, it's precious, it's valuable. All right. Man, oh, I know, man. Ajagido, Shakubani Dogodosti. It ain't something to play with. It's something to Ajagido. For Mr. Da Pashat, it's somebody though. Our people died as we came here. All right, Mado, Boxing Jihitagathiste.
Mado.
Inga. Ooh, I had 23 one.
23 of them?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Muskahan mahukahada, muskahan niya, ulots.
Well, I'm full of Gino, it's always doing right. Ali goes to the West.
Doon siya nang likod na. Yafkan, ayan, muskahan lokdalo.
Yeah, hadam man uski kasapi da flahidis. Oh, I know. Hey, then I haven't thought how you want.
What are you gonna do?
Chihum Baydays Kundoga.
Oh, okay. Thomas Lowe, that he had put out.
Unadong, negative.